Please observe the snap for 2 minutes, which has already been shared in the group. Okay. Right. So we have already understood the basic information about writing task 2. Writing task 2 is worth twice as many marks as writing task 1 is. Correct? And you will be provided with more time, that is 40 minutes than writing task 1. In case of writing task 1, the number of word count, that you should be able to maintain as minimum word count is 150, but it is 250 for writing task 2. At least 250 words must be written but my suggestion is just try to write at least 270. Sometimes you unknowingly copy some vocabulary from the question. Even they were sacked, even they were considered, not your vocabulary. Even they were removed from the word count you have written by the examiner, right? The remaining response definitely should contain 250. So that prevents further reduction in your score. Okay. So some students always have a doubt. So how many words I can write as maximum? Yes, there is no limit as per the examiner, as per the test maker mentioned, right? So, but you can write up to 350 words. So if you are writing more than 350 words for a particular question, so something is wrong with your response. You might be presenting the ideas in more than necessary words. You may be unknowingly extending the length of the sentence, you know. Okay, although the idea can be represented in less number of word count, you may be lack of your language skill, you may be presenting in lengthy sentences. Okay, so irrespective of the complexity of the IELTS writing task to topic or question, the response can be confined to 300 to 310 words. So 350 is going to be maximum word count that you should remember, So there is no restriction given by the test maker, but why? If you are writing more number of words, somehow you are giving chance to the examiner to pick more number of mistakes. So even it's a difficult topic, even a topic writing task 2 topic given by the examiner with more information can be handled with a response with a word count less than 350. So beyond 350 is not at all suggestible, right? Yeah. So 270 to 350 is the word count that you can maintain in your mock test, writing task 2 mock test or real examination. So you should always follow a structure, that is introduction. There must be one introduction. We have already learned how to write an introduction, right? A general topic statement, a paraphrase, and also a thesis statement, right? Body paragraph 1, body paragraph 2, body paragraph 3 is going to be optional. 2 to 3 body paragraphs should be written in your response. And there must be one concluding paragraph. Concluding paragraph is nothing else, the condensed version of body paragraphs. Okay, short version of body paragraphs. All the main points from body paragraph 1, 2, 3 should be rewritten in concluding paragraph, inclusive of your opinion as per the question. Okay, so these are the possible question types. These are the possible question types you will see in your real examination. So first 3 are considered one category because the structure you follow for these 3 question types is same. Okay. If it is agree or disagree, both sides, what extent do you agree or disagree? I always suggest to cover both sides. Of course, if the question is following the topic asking you, do you agree or disagree? As simple as it is, you may have a freedom to fully agree or fully disagree by presenting related information. Okay, in the introduction, general topic statement, paraphrase and thesis statement. In the first body paragraph, you may agree. Second body paragraph, once again you may agree with it. Even in the conclusion, you recapitulate the same idea, you revise the same idea that you are fully agreeing with the topic. That's cool, no problem. So in the way of writing, the students in the way of writing, agreeing stuff, supporting to the topic as their stand is going to be fully supporting even in the conclusion, right? So they are going to repeat the similar information in both the body paragraphs that reduces student score. Okay. So whatever the examples, whatever the information you include in both the body paragraphs, although you want to support, should be different, considerably different. Okay, most of the students couldn't differentiate that information, what to mention, what not to mention. Okay, whenever they want to fully agree with the topic, whenever they are writing response for according to their stand, like fully agreeing the given topic. So I always suggest one paragraph for agreeing, another paragraph for disagreeing, and in the concluding paragraph, come up with your own unique stand. Not fully agreeing, not fully disagreeing. Somehow it looks impartial. Taking the middle ground, striking the balance between agreeing and disagreeing stuff. Okay, so this is from the band and responses written by the examiners. So they never take any stand in their concluding paragraph. They comes up with you know a content that covers the question from all possible directions, agreeing, disagreeing, and even a paragraph. They even allocate a paragraph explaining their stand, which is neutral in tone, and then they present a unique stand in the concluding paragraph. So it is not at all tough to. So I always suggest the students for these three type of questions. If you get any one of these three types, cover both sides and come up with your unique stand in the concluding paragraph. Okay, for example, if the topic is cars must be prohibited at the city centers, do you agree or disagree? So just present the introductory information. So more number of cars on roads causing too many issues for the people, right? So this essay, before presenting my overall opinion, both sides of this issue should be reviewed with good reasons. Introductory part. In the first body paragraph, so come up with the benefits and advantages if the cars are banned at the city centers. So that would be very beneficial for shoppers, right? And it gives more space for establishment of new industries or new shops, so that the economic growth can clearly be seen, right? More number of people can get their livelihood, right? So as cars are not there in the city center, obviously less traffic congestion, okay, less pollution also. So that's how the first body paragraph can be written. In the second body paragraph, you have to discuss different side. Car, so that should support cars ban. If you ban cars at the city centers, the travelers may have to take longer routes as they are going to their destination. That might be a hospital, that might be their workplace. Okay, so if you ban such four-wheelers or cars from entering the city centers, in the name of car, there might be some emergency vehicles won't may also prohibited from entering. So emergency vehicles should be allowed, right? But as we ban the cars, some hospital stuff, hospital kind of stuff, and emergency vehicles, there might be other immediate aid kind of vehicles are going to be banned. If you design the particular city center which is not at all suitable for four-wheelers, obviously these emergency vehicles should also take longer route that can cost people's life. So come up with this sort of ideas in the body paragraph 2. So which opposes cars should not be banned at the city centers. And in the concluding paragraph, comes up with a unique stand. You are not going to support support the idea that cars should be banned at city center, and you should not even support cars should not be banned at city center. You have to come up with your own stand, like although prohibiting the cars from entering the city center is beneficial in many ways, the emergency vehicle should always be allowed on a special permission, which would more beneficial for the emergency services. Okay. During emergency services, vehicles must be allowed pass through the city centers. So what kind of stand it is? You're not fully agreeing with the idea that cars should be banned at city centers. You're not fully agreeing that the idea that cars should not be banned at the city center. You have got your own stand, like although there are benefits if you ban cars from entering the city centers, there are also disadvantages. So although government take a measure to ban at city center, so there might be some emergency vehicle which always run for immediate services should be allowed. There must be some exception. Is it clear, buddies? Are you all with me, guys? Huh. So the concluding paragraph should be written with your unique stand, striking a balance between both the sides given in the question. Taking the middle ground is always necessary for these first three question types. Okay. Right. So next question type is advantages and disadvantages. In the first model, introduction, supporting paragraph, opposing paragraph, concluding paragraph with unique stand. The second question type is positive development or negative development, or advantages, disadvantages. So if the question is asking positive or negative development, if you want to take a stand, like the question following the topic would be, is it positive or negative development? Give your opinion. That's what it looks like. The question looks like. So for this sort of question as well, it is just like advantage disadvantages question. In one paragraph, you may mention you want to support the idea there are positive things. Positive things means advantages. So in one paragraph, you may talk about advantages of the situation given in the question. In another paragraph, disadvantages. On the whole, if you find more number of advantages than disadvantages, you mention it's a positive development as your conclusion in your concluding paragraph, in the last paragraph. Right? So positive negative development is just like advantages disadvantages question. It's not always necessary to maintain a middle ground for these sort of question. No need of middle ground for this. You can directly mention your stand. Okay, clear stand, really positive or negative development based on number of advantages and disadvantages you are able to recollect at the moment. Okay. And other type is cause effect solution. You will be provided with the situation and followed by questions. What are the adverse effects due to this trend? How these adverse effects can be controlled, can be regulated, can be addressed. So which means asking for effects and solution. So you will always find two questions following a situation. Okay. So that might be cause effect, effect solution, cause solutions. You will always find two questions. Okay. Right. So the organization would be in the same way, one introduction. Right. In one paragraph effects, in another paragraph solution as per the question, and then concluding paragraph recapping, revising the main ideas you have mentioned in the body paragraphs. That's it. Okay. Right. So cause effect solution. The situation may be followed by asking causes and effects. Effects and solutions. or causes and solutions. Okay. Next, there would be direct question which can't be categorized like the types of questions we have discussed so far. Generally, we will call them miscellaneous or direct questions. So such questions cannot be categorized like cause, effect, advantage, disadvantage, or agree, disagree. Okay. So they are called direct questions or miscellaneous. So you should be able to handle just like the questions are given. There will definitely be two questions. For example, happiness is always important for every individual's life. Okay. The follow-up questions are going to be why it is difficult to define happiness. One question. Another question, what are the factors affecting in achieving happiness? So you can't categorize it. So just go with straight away. Okay. Based on the introductory, based on the background information given in the question, happiness is always important for every individual's life. So based on it, try to write some introductory ideas in the first paragraph, introductory paragraph. Okay. And convert the questions into statements. Although defining happiness is difficult for the people, we can clearly see common aspects which are necessary in achieving happiness. That can be a sentence which is talking about the two questions collectively, right? So that's how you can write introduction and one paragraph to answer first question, another paragraph to answer the second question. Okay. And then concluding paragraph, you may sum up the ideas whatever you mention in the body paragraphs as part of concluding paragraph. Okay. Right.
Okay, sir.
Yep. Next. So there must be general topic statement that you should be able to write in the introductory paragraph, and then narrowing down statement that depends on your skill. And there must be paraphrase of the question and the given quote in your introductory paragraph. The examiners look for this, whether student is able to paraphrase the given question in his introductory paragraph or not. And examiner also check whether the student is able to write a thesis statement or a basic stand in the first paragraph or introductory paragraph. So these two are really important to write in introductory paragraph. And then body paragraph should each body paragraph should contain one clear main idea which rest of the information revolve around. Okay, body paragraphs are basically intended for including evidence, set of reasons, right? What we discussed in speaking, okay, in part 3, speaking part 3, right? And as you describe, as you explain your ideas as part of body paragraphs, make sure you use wide variety of sentence structures like this. Conditionals, conditional means generally with if, whether, right, unless, etc. So conditional generally consists of these words. So you should be able to write sentences making use of these words, these linkers. Okay. Comparisons. The sentences in which you generally see more than, less than, greater than, such sort of sentences should also be part of your response. So if the examiner is able to find out wide variety of sentence structures in your body paragraphs, in your responses, that definitely can make you to get a better score than you deserve. Yes. And contrasting sentences, I mean, set of contrasting ideas. So to present contrasting ideas, what are the linkers generally we use? Although, even though, but, yet, whereas, on the other hand, right? Conversely, by contrast. So such sort of phrases should also be written in grammatically correct sentences. So set of contrasting ideas should also be part of your body paragraphs. Idiomatic language. Idiomatic language, I'm not talking about, I'm not referring the idioms generally we use, feeling bit under the weather. I'm talking about the standard phrases. So they are also idioms. Any fixed phrase can be considered idiom. Either or, neither nor, not only but also. Okay, for example, responsible always go with for. Preposition for. Responsible for is a fixed phrase. So it's an idiom. Okay, you should be able to use such. Defined will always go with as. Right? Distinguish always go with from. Okay. Uh, Between always go with and. Right? So if you follow these fixed phrases, if you are able to include these fixed phrases, it's nothing else. You are including idiomatic language in your responses. Okay. And triple adjectives and triple infinite. In a sentence, if you are able to write three adjectives in a row, and in a sentence, if you are able to write two verbs in a row, okay, they are called triple adjectives or triple infinites. Definitely, okay, beneficial for your better score in your writing task too. So for example, the protagonist in the story is generous, handsome, and hardworking. There are three adjectives about the same person. So try not to be same, okay? Try not to write same or synonymous vocabulary, synonymous adjectives or synonymous verbs, and you may even write a triple infinites like. So students should be able to look through the synopsis given in the beginning of the lesson, work out the follow-up questions, and give the review test given in the end of the lesson. There are three verbs. First one, look through the synopsis. Second, work out the problems section. And the third one, give the review test given in the end of giving the review test. There are three verbs, right? Such sort of sentences definitely grab the attention of the examiner, more definitely beneficial. Okay, so whatever the idea you present, that must be supported by proper set of reasons or examples. Examples, again, factual information or already happened things can be used. So I won't recommend the students to include their personal experiences, because generally students always feel difficult when they start explaining, feel difficult in a particular feel difficult when they start explaining their personal experience. So their content is going to be off the track, and then they feel confused themselves at where to stop it. So if you want to include your personal experience, don't use more than 2 to 3 sentences. Whatever the experience that supports your point should not exceed more than 2 to 3 sentences. So please remember, if you really want to include a personal experience which supports your point in the body paragraphs. Okay, right? So rounding off a statement is an optional. You may rounding off statement is just recapping, revising or rephrasing the same main idea statement again. Okay, right. And concluding paragraph. So to write concluding paragraph, there are many ways. So the majorly there are two ways. The first one is reiterating the main points of the body paragraphs and then presenting your opinion. Main points of the body paragraph should be rephrased and paraphrased in the concluding paragraph, and then give your opinion. That's enough for conclude. And there is another way, paraphrasing the, rephrasing your same introduction, rewriting the same introduction. Whatever the introductory paragraph you have written can be rewritten as part of concluding paragraph with a different vocabulary and different sentences, and also include your opinion. That's it. These are the two ways that concluding paragraph can be rewritten, can be written. Okay. And you must remember how your writing task, writing section score is measured. 2/3 of writing task to score, 1/3 of writing task on score. Okay, gives you overall writing score that is going to be displayed or shown on your scorecard. And this is the assessment criteria: content, task achievement, task response, part of content. Okay, and the second one is grammar and accuracy. All the sentences must be grammatically correct. and examiner expects students to use less frequency vocabulary. You know, if you really want to write hard work and sincere, just use diligence, right? If you really want to write valuable, invaluable. Okay, if you want to write great, you may use seminal, gigantic, something of that sort. So organization, your ideas must be written in paragraphs. So there must be clear logical connection among the ideas. Each paragraph should be coherent enough as per the question. That gives you better organization score. Okay, is it clear, buddies? Right. So this is the basic information you should always remember when you are going to write response for any writing task 2 question. Okay.